we've grown as an organisation now over 13, 14 years. In the last year, the Guildhall, I feel, has continued to improve. It's gone up another level. I feel within the music sector, it's probably more widely recognised. I think with the White Rock Theatre, we've obviously been evolving our practice there. And in the last year, we've settled down a lot more. We've seen growth in both audiences and product as well. And we've tried things there which we needed to do. In general terms, it's been a good year. We've had some really exciting points within the year, such as the summer concerts featuring the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra. I think there was a general sense that in the last year that we've made bigger impact and continue to make bigger impact, which has been really interesting. I think with the Guildhall, it's an interesting one, that question, because we do so many different things. You know, we have a focus on concerts and our conferencing, our learning and education, learning and participation stuff. I'm bound to say that the continued development of the base really stands out. It's the newest part of our enterprise, certainly the newest significant part of our enterprise. And I think we all get a real sense of satisfaction in seeing young people engaging in production, you know, using the band room, the DJ suite. There have been many times I wander down there, sometimes showing people around, and it's just being used, and it's just things are happening. I think the biggest challenge for the Guildhall continues to be the building itself. It's an old building. It's an 1890s exterior and a 1950s interior, but it's old in terms of it constantly needs a lot of care and attention. So that there's a lot of opportunity to continue to invest in it and to develop it. And I think we always see the challenge with the Guildhall is to make it one of the best concert halls in the country. The success of the White Rock Theatre is always quite variable. The Summer Youth Project, for me, always stands out because I think I enjoy how good it is. The first year, I wandered across to Hastings to see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And then this particular year, it was Adam's Family Values. And I was astonished just at how good the young people were and just how responsive they'd been to what was effectively a 2-week rehearsal period and performance. Studio 27 was a rebranded space which had hardly ever been used in the way we use it, which is a music and entertainment venue. Probably that's the standout feature of the work that we've really done in the last year or so. I think the challenges with the White Rock are similar to the Guildhall. Once again, it's a 1927 building. It needs money spent on it. It hasn't had a huge amount of investment. And we're working very hard now on a plan to raise money to do the roof, to refurbish the front of house spaces, and eventually to move in the auditorium, to look at things like new seating. It takes time, it takes planning, and we exist in a very competitive funding environment. So fingers crossed we can make some headway over the next year or so. The concert business is one of our most mature parts of the Guildhall. It's been here since the sort of late 50s, early 60s. So it grows every year. We do more performances every year, and we see growing audiences and secondary revenues. Conferencing and events is something we introduced in a big way 12 years ago. And I think that for us still gives us a momentum. And alongside that are the events we produce in-house. Dance Live, Portsmouth Comic Con, had a huge amount of growth to the venue. And equally, they engage the community, local schools in such a big way. So really large, impactful events, which we're very proud of. The Guildhall's role in the city of Portsmouth is pretty fundamental. As a charitable trust, I think we've really understood how to make the Guildhall part of the city's both cultural life and business life. The things like the base, which works with young people and really offers a free creative space for young people. Dance Live, which goes out and engages with over sort of 80, 90 schools, both in Portsmouth and the Solent region. Like Comic Con, the summer concerts we did last year, and a whole raft of other events that we're very proud of in the last year. we both produce them, but there are a lot of partners who kind of contribute, and that brings us into sort of constant contact with our kind of local community, people who get to know us, and it feels a bit like a village at times. The Guildhall, Portsmouth, in that you know everybody. We go to events, we see each other, we support each other. I play a role in helping to chair the cultural collective in Portsmouth, and we're very much playing a role in supporting and promoting the bid for UK City of Culture. You don't always get that, dare I say it, with organisations which come from other more commercial sectors. I think what you get with not-for-profits, charitable trusts, and maybe I'm giving away my my passion for what we were about, is that we bring a lot to the table, and over a period of time, we can make a difference, and I think we've shown that in Portsmouth. I think the first thing is you've got to be in love with the venue, with the space. I first went to the White Rock Theatre, probably about 30 years ago, to see a pantomime. It's pretty unique. It has a very individual look and feel to it. Yes, it's like a lot of more traditional seaside towns. It sits right on the seafront, and it has a sense of that kind of seaside element whereby you've got visitors. But the community in Hastings has a creativity and a community sense, and a lot of individuality. I've never kind of been engaged with a town where you've got so much activity on the streets, such as Jack on the Green, and Fat Tuesday and Bonfire Nights, where so many people get together and enjoy themselves. And the venue plays a real significant role in these partnerships, partly, I think, down to the fact that the team there really engage with community. So when we look at these events and we talk to partners, they're very much sort of using and working with the White Rock, which is a very inclusive venue. So I think where we're making bigger impact is that through the leadership there of the venue, they're far more engaged, and that is extremely useful. It means that the venue becomes more of a cultural hub, not just a place which opens and closes every evening. There's activity happening in it during the day, and it works well. We're really excited about how space can be used to help raise income for the venue and help develop its way forward. Yeah, I think just the final thing to say about our work as the Guildhall Trust is that it's very much about a unified team working from our trustees and the committees that we run to so many parts of the individual team members here, all the way through who work and are very passionate. I think it gets quite emotional at times, where I think we came out of the end of last year's summer concerts, and everybody was kind of looking at each other, going, "Wow, that was we did this." And I get a similar sense when when I think about White Rock and pantomime, and you kind of get to the opening night of the pantomime, and everybody looks at each other and goes, "We've all played a part in putting this on and working with the producer." So I think what you get a sense of within the organisation is that everybody's pulling in the same direction, and I think that's immensely powerful and a very strong voice for culture in both locations.